Hi, it's Eva Cartman, and you are listening to the Dream Big Podcast Show, the place to go to learn, laugh, and grow. Today we welcome endurance athlete Sophie Radcliffe, who fuels her big dreams with a one life live it philosophy. You fired up, big dreamers? You know I am. This is episode 60, and I hope you are ready because it's time to dream big.
Welcome to the Dream Big Podcast Show. We're inspiring you to shoot for the moon, take aim and go. We bring to you amazing guests who truly love what they do. Every day they're living their dreams, and so can you. Dream big, take action to reach your goals. Are you pumped yet? It's showtime, let's rock and roll.
Welcome to the Dream Big Podcast Show. I am your host, Eva Cartman. And if you are listening to this episode when it airs, you know that this past week we celebrated Thanksgiving here in the United States. It's a time to reflect and be grateful for all that we have. And I'm so grateful for my family and friends and all our health, and also to my extended Dream Big family and all of you listening. Thank you for listening and supporting our show. In the spirit of the holiday, I'd like to express gratitude for the great reviews coming in and give a shout out to the review of the week. This is from Shannon and reads, I highly recommend the Dream Big podcast to all the parents out there. You can listen to Dream Big with your kids and the whole family will learn something. Great way to pass the time in the car learning together. Thank you so much, Shannon, for your thoughtful reviews. Big Dreamers, we are so grateful for your reviews and love reading them. If you haven't already, be sure to claim your free personalized stickers for taking the time to leave an honest review. Parents, you can go to dreambigpodcast.com/bonus with their kids for the details on how to get your awesome stickers, which are personalized with your face. And I'm going to turn it over to my mom for a quick word from the sponsor of this episode.
I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge our friends who recently helped spread the love about the Dream Big podcast. Mojitos and Munchkins has tons of incredible ideas for family fun and tips and tricks of parenting, teacher resources, and yummy recipes. April is a brilliant writer with an authentic voice, and I like how she shares both the excitement and occasional frustration that comes with living as a mom in the trenches of parenting. And Simply Samantha Bush is, you guessed it, Samantha's Bush blog, and offers very valuable content for moms who work from home and want to maintain a healthy lifestyle. If you go to our show notes at dreambigpodcast.com/60, you can find links to these wonderful resources. We encourage you to check them out. The sponsor of today's episode is datevitation.com, where you can create custom love coupon book full of fun activities to do with the ones you love. You probably made these love coupons before by hand for your spouse or mom or kids, but now Datevitation makes it super easy. You can make a book right now online and it will be shipped to you shortly. And the illustrations are adorable. We love the selection of over 500 plus activity ideas. And Datevitation has great options for books for kids to give to their parents, for parents to their kids. And of course, those romantic ones for grown-ups to each other. They even have an option to upload your photos and you can add your face to their fun stick figure characters. It's so much fun. Eva and I love Datevitation, and she even made me a Datevitation book for my birthday last year and was my favorite gift by far. We had such a blast doing the activities in the book together and creating lifelong memories. She's so funny. She actually said, Mom, now we have these dates. Let's put them on the calendar and let's do them. She's a doer, as you know, right? So for our Dream Big community, Datevitation is offering custom Datevitation books starting at just $15, including free shipping. Yep, free shipping, guys. That's $15 for completely custom gift, including shipping. You get to pick the cover of your choice, 5 date activities, and you can even add your photos to the illustrations. If you would like to add more than 5 pages, you can do that for just $1 each. Just use the code DREAMBIG at checkout to take advantage of this amazing deal for limited time only. And if you forget any of this, go to dreambigpodcast.com/60 and we'll have links to the invitation site and the promo code. Thank you, Datevitation, for supporting the Dream Big podcast and providing so much value to our community.
Thanks, Mom. It's time for you all to enjoy our interview with Sophie Radcliffe. Sophie is an endurance athlete, adventurer, and blogger. She has literally run, swam, cycled, and climbed her way around the world. Her challenges have grown each time to reach higher or further than before. She is the only person in history to have climbed the highest mountains in the 8 alpine countries and cycled between them, climbing 5 times the height of Mount Everest in 32 days. Simply incredible. As always, we'll have show notes at dreambigpodcast.com/60, where we will include links to Sophie's website and everything that we discuss in the interview. Without further ado, here's our interview with Sophie Radcliffe. Let's roll the tape. Hi, Sophie.
Hello, how are you?
Good. We're so excited to have you on this interview.
Yeah.
I am so excited. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? And I read that you were half American, half British. Can you share where did you grow up and where do you live now? Plus a little bit about yourself and about your childhood.
Of course. Well, my name is Sophie. I live in London in the United Kingdom. I have lived here most of my life. I am an adventure athlete and I also am a writer and a speaker. And so what that involves is I go around the world, I get to climb mountains and do great races, adventure races, and go camping and do all the kind of things that I dreamed about doing when I was a child. And find a way to write about it and share my adventures through social media, through my blog, with people who are looking for some kind of inspiration in their lives to go out and make the most of their lives and grab the opportunities that come their way.
When you were younger, what kind of told yourself, I want to be an adventurer when I grow up?
When I was younger, I had no idea what I wanted to do, but I remember knowing exactly what I didn't want to do. I always loved animals and I always loved being outside. And I remember looking at adults and thinking, you know, the world is such an amazing place. Why would I waste my life sitting behind a desk in an office? And the crazy thing is that I fell into that trap when I finished university and I moved back to London and I got a job because that's what everybody was doing and that's what I thought I needed to do. And I didn't know how to live my life in a different way. So the job that I do now and the way that I live is very different from what I thought. And it's taken me a long time to be able to create this life.
You you just have to follow your heart but how did you now that you're an adventure seeker, how did you kind of end your job? Why did you do it? What told you inside your head that you needed to end your job?
So what happened was when I first got my job, I very quickly felt as though this was not the place that I was going to be able to find out who I really am. And, you know, you go through school, you go through university, you have all this ambition and these ideas and these dreams, you know, that's what it's about growing up. And I was very fortunate that I had a very supportive family, very supportive mum, and she instilled in me in this belief that I could do anything that I wanted to do if I put my mind to it. But the problem is that the work, the office environment that I was in, it was very limited. You go in, you do the same thing day in, day out, and I just thought, this isn't for me. So during that time that I was working in the office, which was about 8 years, I started doing these adventures because I wanted something outside of my work that would motivate me. And I just, from the very first adventure, it completely and utterly changed my life. For the first time, I realized that what my mom had been saying to me all along was true. That actually, if I put my mind to something, that I could go out and do it. And it also instilled this confidence in me. I'd always I got bullied at school. I've had confidence issues. And then all of a sudden, there I was standing on top of a mountain, having achieved something I thought was impossible a few weeks before. And it changed my life. It made me realize that actually, that if we go out there and we really believe and we really fight for what we want, that anything is possible. And it was that feed. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was saying, just that's amazing. That's just exact strategy. Sophie, you just gave us pretty much the answer what to do if you don't feel confident. If you, like what kind of action steps you gotta take in life if you sometimes feel doubts about yourself, about life. And one more important thing that you mentioned is that parents always want the best for you, right? And they're always kind of push you in the right direction. But it is, I agree with you, as an adult, it is hard sometimes to take that leap of faith and kind of put away stability that your job gives you from 9 to 5, right? And just do something that's unknown. It's like you're outside of your comfort zone. And at the same time, the situations that we're in life, we need them, even if they're not exactly what we feel like we're going to be doing in life. But sometimes we need that to realize what exactly we want in life.
Yeah, and you have one life. You want to do. You want to do what your mind is telling you. You and what your heart is telling you to do, and
Sophie has the perfect philosophy.
One life, live it. Can you share what that means?
One life, live it is my philosophy. That has been my philosophy for a very long time. And for me, it is about making the most of the time that we are alive. I think we can all get so bogged down with the things that are worrying us, or the mean things that people say, or the way that we feel, the things that are negative in our lives. And actually, I feel like the more that you live, the more that you go out there and you put yourself outside of your comfort zone and you try new things and you do the things that scare you and that excite you, the more that you actually live your life, the more that life gives back to you. And sometimes over the last few years, the most incredible things have happened to me, and I'm so fortunate for them. And I know that it's like karma. People talk about karma. If you're nice to somebody, other people will be nice back to you. And it's exactly the same with life. If you live your life and you put positive, good energy out there, and you always strive for being the best version of yourself and living the best life that you can live, then I really, truly and utterly believe that life will give back to you. And that's what my philosophy is about.
It's so true, because so many opportunities can open up because of that. And Sophie, I know that this road, this adventure for you was not an easy one, and you shared in your video. We watched the video. We will link it in our show notes as well, so our audience will watch it as well, about your adventures. In some of the parts of the video where we can see that it's clearly very, very hard what you're doing, and I'm sure you have thoughts of doubts in your mind and thoughts of like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. And Eva have perfect questions about this, right?
Yeah. How do you keep on pushing yourself to do it? And how do you get that what I usually call, we also had this girl named Melissa on our show, and it's I call it your mean girl inside your head, that person who's like, your mind is telling you you can't do it anymore. You should give up. How do you keep on pushing that voice out of your head?
For me, it's very simple. It's about this idea that on the other side of the challenge that I'm going through, on the other side of overcoming that voice in my head, that's the niggling doubt that's telling me I can't do it, I feel like there's a magic carpet waiting for me. And it's like, if I get through this, if I push through this, I'm going to be on that magic carpet, and I'm going to have created this experience for myself that I genuinely feel is like a magical experience, because you can go from the darkest moments, from the biggest struggles of my life, to moments later literally feeling my whole body full of this incredible energy and this feeling of empowerment and confidence. And I think that of all the stuff that we're taught in schools and all the stuff that our parents try to instill in us, if you believe in yourself and you believe that you can do it, whether that thing is running a race or going for a hike or camping or climbing a mountain or getting the grades that you want, or standing up for somebody in your school that somebody else is being mean to, every single time you do something that is difficult and scary, you grow massively as a result of that. And on the opposite side of that, you become this person that then it's like you have these weapons with you, these tools with you that you can take with you in life. And every time something happens that is hard, you're like, I've got this because I did that, so I think I can do this. And that's what we need. We need more people who believe that they can achieve amazing things and go out and do them in this world.
Yeah, and when you said doing a run, a few weeks ago, I actually did something called a Spartan race. I don't know.
No way.
Yes,
It was a kids one.
To the World Championship by Joe DeSena. We interviewed him on our podcast, and we became good friends. And he invited Eva. So,
and then from that, I interviewed in Lake Tahoe. I interviewed this guy named Charlie, and he's a runner.
Amazing athlete. He wrote a book. Sophie, if you're not familiar with him, definitely get his book. I think you need to meet for sure, because he's just an amazing athlete. He wrote a book, Running Man, and he's the only, I think, is the only person who ran ultra marathons. He ran through the Sahara Desert for 1,100 consecutive days.
Wow.
And now
that is amazing.
Can you believe it? Well, now his goal is to go to the Dead Sea, get the water from the Dead Sea, and go to Mount Everest to combine two worlds.
To the peak. Well, anyways, what I'm trying to ask is, why do you think it is important to get out of your comfort zone?
Something that I haven't mentioned so far on this podcast, I've spoken to you a lot about like getting outside your comfort zone, and just, it's so important to do things that are hard, because then, for two reasons, because one, you prove to yourself that you can. And I think that no amount of somebody else telling you that you are amazing or that you can do things will make you believe it. You have to actually go out there and prove to yourself that you can do those things. And secondly, tough things happen to all of us. Every single one of us in life is going to have to deal with tough situations. And I think that the more that we can become strong people, I remember when I was younger, I looked up to my mom and my grandmother, and I saw these strong, resilient women, and I thought, that's what I want to be like, because I know that life is going to throw me some curveballs, and when they come, I want to be somebody that can stand up and keep moving forward. But the other thing I was going to say is that since I discovered adventure, I have had so much fun. I have camped underneath the stars and shared the most wonderful moments with friends and been all over the world. And that's just something that I feel that, you don't need to travel. You can actually just go and have amazing adventures in your backyard. And as we get older, we forget about having fun. We forget about having adventures, and everyone gets bogged down with work and everything else that's going on in your life. And I just think it's so important to get out there and live. And however that living is to you, my mum isn't into adventure and she's not into sport, but she's really creative and she loves her hobbies and she loves making things. And that to her is living. And for all of us, it's just about finding your passion and holding on to it and going for it.
It's so true. It's like when you have your dream, just take action and take small steps towards it. And the next thing you know, you're living your dream like Sophie. And Sophie, I know that you going around the world and you meet with your fans, and the people that you meet are just incredible. Do you do any adventures with your fans? Do you take them along? Well, how can people join you if they want to, if they can?
I would love that. So to date, I haven't done that many adventures with my fans. I've done a few with my friends, but we are going into a whole new genre era now. And I'm creating a whole bunch of retreats and adventures that other people will be able to come and get involved with, because I know that the journey that I've been on has been completely life-changing, and I want to do what I can to facilitate that for other people. But the project that I'm super, super excited about is this youth empowerment initiative. And I'm working in London with 5 different schools and choosing girls from those schools who want to be part of this program. It's going to be based on doing assemblies in the school, doing workshops, and then taking these girls out on adventures. Wow. And the whole premise of it is basically empowering the next generation of trailblazers. And a trailblazer to me is somebody that doesn't follow the path ahead, but has the courage and the confidence to determine their own path in life. Wow. And that's what we're hoping to achieve.
I want to, just as you were talking, I want to introduce you to an amazing person who lives in London as well. His name is Chico Slimani. And maybe you heard of him. He was on X Factor before, but now he's actually developing the program that you can guys be partners with. So I would definitely want to introduce you to, and I think you can create a lot of wonderful things together, because he does work with kids as well. So that would be a great opportunity. Yes. And you know what? That's so empowering, because our new generation, young ladies like Eva, do need you, Sophie. And when they look up to you, and when they see like she's this confident, she's this amazing, and it's so important for them to see she wasn't like that before, and she did work 9 to 5, and now she's doing what she loves. And the more people will know about your program, the better. So we'll definitely link everything you do in our show notes, and we encourage our listeners to go and find Sophie on social media. We will tell you exactly where to find her and find out more about how you can get involved, and you can follow her journey. And who knows, one day you can join her on the road, maybe, right?
I would absolutely love that. There's nothing that I love more than meeting people and sharing stories and hearing about what you're up to. And yeah, thank you so much for that. I'd love that.
Yes.
And it's actually my dream to go to London.
Is it?
Yeah, for some reason, I just always love the idea of going there.
Oh my goodness. Well, if you want a tour guide, please let me know when you come. I would love to show you around some of the cool places.
Sure.
Thank you, Sophie.
And now we have some questions that are called rapid fire questions, where we ask the question and you answer it quickly.
Okay, got it.
It's like the middle of the interview. Perfect.
Okay.
Where is the most unforgettable place you've ever been to?
The most unforgettable place I've ever been to is Scotland. It's my favorite country in the world. There's castles everywhere. It's so beautiful, and it's pure wilderness.
Do you have any daily routines?
I do. I'm an early riser. I usually go to the gym in the morning. I have granola and fruit and yogurt and green tea and water, and then I just get cracking with everything.
And can you share some examples to give our audience an idea of what you do?
Not what you do, but about the physical challenges and races that you've done.
Okay, I have done world's toughest mudder, which is 24 hours of tough mudder, kind of like the Spartan race that you did. But can you imagine doing that for 24 hours nonstop with no sleep? I've cycled London to Paris in 24 hours, which is 200 miles across we get the ferry, but it's across from England to France. And I've climbed the highest mountains in all of the 8 alpine countries and cycled between them, which was my world first expedition that nobody else in the whole world has done. I think if I can do something like that, then anybody can.
Oh my God, Sophie, that's pretty impressive. We should have asked that at the very beginning. But in our introduction at the very beginning of the show, we mentioned some of it. So it's cool that we kind of put a sandwich between.
What do you like to do for fun on like a lazy weekend when you aren't doing something active?
Ooh, I love a lazy weekend. I love baking. I love going out for brunch with my friends, playing with my kittens. Now I've got some kittens, seeing my family, reading, and yeah, just kind of hanging out really, like basically hanging out with my friends and my family.
What is the best advice you could give to our audience?
I think it's got to be, you've got one life, live it, and go and be true to yourself, and really develop the confidence to stay true to yourself. I think that's so important.
I know that you have already made many of your dreams a reality, but if you look at yourself today, what is your big dream for the future?
My big dream for the future is making other people's dreams a reality. And I had somebody write to me a while ago, and he said that he was 64 and he'd done this challenge and it changed his life. And he said, I can do anything now. And I just thought, that's amazing. But I want to help people get that mindset and that belief in themselves when they're so much younger, so that you can change your life at a much, much younger age.
That's great. So, yeah. Sophie, if I understand it right, can they join you? Like, do you give them any challenges on your website, or where can our audience find out more about it and more about the challenges?
And more about you.
Your audience, I would love to connect with me on my blog is www.challengesophie.com, and all of my social media handles are Challenge Sophie. And I would just love to hear from people. So yeah, have a look around my blog, my website, and I'm also on YouTube, and I do a lot of Instagram stories. So just connect with me and let me know what's going on.
What's your next adventure, Sophie?
I'm going to be climbing in the middle of winter around a lot of the mountains in the UK, doing this kind of driving climbing challenge. So that should be really fun.
We're going to be following you for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Sophie. Thank you for coming and
sharing
your advice. I know that our audience is big dreamers and little big dreamers. So I'm glad that our interview was very, very helpful for both generations. And we know that if you want to have a dream, just first of all, don't doubt yourself. And if you doubt yourself, surround yourself with people who can support you. Listen to people who achieved their dreams, like Sophie, and definitely take action towards it. Sometimes it will be scary, but hey, as you can see, it's scary and exciting. You have to do it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You, Sophie.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. My mom and I love chatting with Sophie, and I hope you all enjoyed the conversation too. I really like Sophie's one life live it mindset, and I think it fits perfectly with our theme of the show, which is taking action and dreaming big. Be sure to check out our show notes at dreambigpodcast.com/60 for links to Sophie's website and everything else we discuss in the episode. When you go to the show notes, you'll see a place to sign up for our insider newsletter, where we will send exclusive content, including a free audio that I made on my top 10 tips for making and keeping great friends. This audio is only available for those who subscribe, and I know this will really help you, so please be sure to have your parents join the newsletter to get it. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Eva Cartman reminding you that you have unlimited potential. Your dreams are not optional. You need to make them essential. So take massive action to turn those big dreams into reality. Live with passion the way life is meant to be. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!